Hello, everyone. My name is Ling Zhao. Today we study the course Advanced Function 12. The topic is discuss or even or neither function. The first one is identify even, odd, or neither function for each polynomial function. I will discuss 9 qualities. 2. Discuss even, odd, or neither for foreign combining function. Here I will show 4 examples. Discuss odd, even, or neither function. First one, identify even, odd, or neither for each polynomial function. I first explain the definition of odd and even function. If the odd function they have f negative x equal negative fx. That means use negative x, substitute x. The value of y is opposite. If the even function, f negative x equal fx. That means the x change into negative x. The value of y is no change. Next, we take some example to explain that. The first one, if fx equal x to power 4 minus x squared. So we use the definition. Put the x negative x in the x. So the right side is negative x to power 4 minus negative x squared. Then we know the f negative x equal negative power 4 minus x squared. Then f negative x equal fx. Right? So we compare the fx and the f negative x, so the same. Then is the function is even function, right? Is number 1. Number 2, if fx equal negative 2 times x cubic plus 5x, and we check the negative x. That means substitute the negative x in the x. So the right side of the function is negative 2 times bracket negative x cubic plus 5 times negative x. Then simplify is f negative x equal negative 2, and is in the times negative 2 cubic. So that means is negative 1 times x cubic, right? Minus 5x. Then negative times negative. So it becomes 2 times x cubic minus 5x. Right? If the take the negative out and the negative times negative 2x cubic plus 5x. And then compare the last function with original. We get the f negative x not equal fx, right? The same. Also, f negative x not equal negative fx, right? Then we get the result, it is neither, right? Number 3, if fx equal negative 4 times x cubic plus 2x squared. And same way, we put the negative x in the x. So the right side becomes to negative 4 times negative x cubic plus 2 times negative x squared. Then f negative x equal the negative 4 and take the negative 1 out because it's cubic, right? So it's like that. And the square, so x squared, negative x squared, same is x squared. Right? Next, so negative times negative become positive. So 4 times x cubic plus 2x squared. Then we get the result f negative x not equal fx, right? The same. Also, f negative x not equal negative fx, right? Okay, if we put a negative in the first function, become to 4x cubic minus 2x squared is not same, right? Then we get the result, it is neither. That is number 3. Next, number 4. If fx equal x times 2x plus 1 square times x minus 4. And same thing, put the negative x, substitute the x. So the right side change into negative x times negative 2x plus 1 square times negative x minus 4. Right? So simplify that. Get the f negative x equal negative x times, take the negative 1 out. So it's square, so it's same, right? With 2x minus 1 square is x, take the negative 1 out, is x plus 4. Right? So f negative x equal negative times negative become positive. So x times 2x minus 1 square and x plus 4. So we compare the last question and the original. We found the negative x not equal fx, right? It's not same, right? The first term same, but second term is not same. Last term also not same, right? And also f negative x not equal negative fx. So it is neither. Right? This answer number 4. And next, number 5. Let the fx equal negative 2x to the power 6 plus x to the power 4 plus 8. So you put the negative x, substitute the x, and the right side change into negative 2 times negative x power 6 plus negative x power 4 plus 8. And simplify that, it become 2, because this negative x the power 6, so it's x power 6, right? Negative become positive. And the second term is negative x power 4, just x power 4 at 8. Right? So we find the f negative x equal fx. Right? So it is a even function. Right? It's an even function. Next, number 6. If fx equal x times x minus 2 times x plus 2 is factor form, right? And same way, you put the negative x in the x. So right side become to negative x times negative x minus 2 times negative x plus 2, right? So simplify it. It become this negative x, and take the negative 1 out, so times x plus 2, and the last term also take the negative 1 out, it become to x minus 2. We see how many negative? 1, 2, 3, right? So 3 negative is still negative. So negative x times negative plus 2, negative minus 2. So we compare last equation and the first equation. We find this f negative x equal negative fx, right? So it is a odd function. Okay. Number 7. If fx equal x cubic minus 2x plus 1. So same way, you put the negative x, substitute the x. The right side become negative x cubic minus 2 times negative x plus 1. So simplify it. It become f negative x equal negative x cubic. So there are negative 1 out, so times x cubic, right? Because 3 is odd number. And negative times negative become positive. So it's 2x plus 1. And next step is simplify. So that means negative x cubic plus 2x plus 1. So we compare the last function with the first function. Then we found the f negative x not equal fx, right? Because first term is opposite, the second term opposite, but last term is same. So it's not equal, and also f negative x not equal negative fx, right? It put the negative in the original right side, so it's negative x cubic plus 2x minus 1, right? So it's not same with that, okay? Then we get the solution is it is neither. Right? Number A, next. If fx equal negative 2 times x minus 3 times x plus 2 times 4x minus 3. So same way, use negative x, substitute the x. The right side become negative 2, negative x minus 3, negative x plus 2 times negative 4x minus 3. And then simplify the function. So we find the negative 2 and negative x, negative 3, take the negative 1 out. So it's become 2x plus 3. And this term, it take negative 1 out. So it become x minus 2, right? And the last one also take the negative 1 out. So the inside become 4x plus 3, right? So we check how many negative. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's positive, right? So it's 2 times x plus 3 times x minus 2 times 4x plus 3. And compare the last function with the original function. We find in the front is negative, it's positive. The second term, the second factor, x minus 3 is x plus 3, not same. Next, x plus 2 is x minus 2, is not same. The 4x minus 3, this one is 4x plus 3, not same. So we find the f negative x not equal fx. Right? Also, f negative x not equal negative x, right? It's very clear. It put the negative in the original function, the right side. So the first in front become positive, but this term, this factor is x minus 3. It's not same with x plus 3, so it's not equal, right? Then we get the result that is neither, right? It's number A. And last, number 9. If fx equal 3 times x plus 6 times perfect square x minus 5 square times cubic of 3x minus 2. Then substitute the x with negative x. So the right side become 3 times negative x plus 6, negative x minus 5 square and negative 3x minus 2 cubic. And simplify that. Is 3 and take the negative 1 out. It become x minus 6, right? And the next factor is square. So we take the negative 1 out, so become x plus 5 square, because square is even number, right? The last one, take the negative 1 out, so it's cubic, so it's negative, right? So it's become 3x plus 2. Okay, so double check this, how many negative? 1, 2. So simplify is 3 is x minus 6, right? Outside no more negative, right? So times x plus 5 squared times 3x plus 2. Right? And compare the last function with first the original function 3, and the original is x plus 6, and this function x minus 6 not same, right? Then we know f negative x not equal fx, and also f negative x not equal negative fx, right? So that is to put the negative in the original function, put in the front negative, so the second term also not same, right? So it's not equal. Then we get the result. It is neither. Okay. Two. Discuss the even or neither for the following combining functions. Number 1, let fx equals square root of 25 minus x squared, gx equal sine x. And the combining function fx equal fx times gx. Identify is or even or neither for the hx. So we use negative x until the x. So the right side also is f negative x times g negative x. The exact function is negative 5 minus negative x squared, and the g, and then times gx is sine negative x, right? So next step, the first one is negative x squared, so become positive, right? 25 minus x squared. So because sine negative x equal negative sine x, so this is negative 1 times sine x, right? Then f negative x equal negative 25 minus x squared times sine x. We compare the original function that x is 25 minus x squared times sine x, right? So we can get the result f negative x equal negative hs, right? Because in the last function, they're in the front, they're negative, but the original function is positive, right? Okay, so that it is odd function, right? It's an odd function. Next, number 2, let f(x) is sine x and g(x) equal cosine x. And the combination function is px equal fx times gx. That means px equals sine x times cosine x. Then we put the negative x in the x. Put the negative x, substitute the x, right? So the right side becomes sine negative x times cosine negative x, right? That means p negative x equal the sine negative x is negative sine x because sine x is odd function and the cosine negative x plus cosine x is even function. Okay, then we find the p negative x equal negative px. That means it is odd function, right? It's an odd function. Next 3. If fx equal 10x, gx equals sine x, then the combining function hx equal fx times gx, then hx equal 10 x times sine x. And we check the h negative x. That means substitute the x into negative x. So right side is 10 negative x times sine negative x. Right? Then next, simplify. We know the 10x is odd function. So the first one become negative 10x. The second one also odd function. So sine negative x is negative sine x. So that means 2 negative multiply, so it becomes to positive. So h negative x equals sine x times 10x, right? Then we get the h negative x equal hx. That it is an even function. Right? Number 4, that fx equal x the power x to the power x. So gx equal cosine x. Then the combining function is hx equal fx times gx. That means hx equal 2 to the power x times cosine x. Next, substitute the x with negative x, right? Put the negative x in the x. So the right side becomes 2 to negative x times cosine negative x, right? Then simplify it become 1 over 2 to the power x times cosine x. Because cosine x is even function, so this term no change. That means cosine negative x still equal cosine x. Okay, we compare the last function with the original function. So we find that the first term not same, right? So then f negative x not equal hx. And actually also h negative x not equal negative hx, right? So it is neither. All above, we discuss some function like the polynomial and like the combining function, is order function, even function, or neither. Thank you for your watching.